Diane in Denmark here. Teet teet. Boo. I'm back to give you another one of the Flylady's Super Cruising through the holidays missions. Remember, these Super Cruising missions, they're all that you need to get you prepared for Christmas or Ramadan or a 50th birthday party or a wedding, graduation. If you didn't do the earlier missions with us, we had cruising missions in October, November. You don't need to go and revisit those, just do the 15 super cruising missions. Doesn't really matter which order you do them, but they're all on the playlist here and I am just uploading them as I make them. So just work through them at your own pace. You may want to take one a day, you may want to do 2 or 3 of them at the weekend. Whatever it is, just follow along and all will be good. Anyway, I don't know if you can guess today what we're going to be talking about. The mission for today, and we're on to number 11, is set your timer and please make sure that you're dressed to shoes, that you've done your morning routine or your evening routine before you start these things. I've got my indoor lace-up shoes on. Today you're going to set your timer, your trusty timer, for 15 minutes, and let's think about all those baking things that you were planning to do or you need to get finished off. If you saw my video, you'll have seen that I was making pebernoller, Danish pepper nuts. The recipe is also up there, along with fudge that you can make and things that you can make and put into your freezer and then just take them out and bake them when you have guests. So that's a great way to get prepped. But just take your timer today and think about all these things that you've maybe started baking, didn't finish. And also, not just baking things. What about, did you start crocheting something or hand making gift cards, and hand making, Christmas greetings cards? Let's just set our timers for 15 minutes and do what you can today, and let's get them finished off, because the problem for us is that we have all these great ideas and we want to bake and decorate and go wild. But we start a project and we don't always finish it, and that's why the timer is so good. It helps us to get started because we say, okay, I'm just going to do 15 minutes, see how much I can get done. And often we get loads done in 15 minutes because we're focused, we're concentrated. And as we're talking about baking, you saw a few weeks ago I was decluttering Christmas decorations, going through the tubs and the bins before Christmas, and that way I could see what I had so I wasn't buying more things. I found a few little tins that we had received with chocolates and biscuits, and so maybe you've got some tins lying around, pretty cellophane bags, bows, ribbons. Get your cookies into boxes, bags, hand them out, just get it done, because as I said, we tend to start a project, we don't finish it, and then we get to the month of January and suddenly we find things that we've baked and we're meant to give to the neighbour next door and didn't get around to it. Now, we are in the month of December. You may be watching these videos in June, who knows when you're watching them. The Flylady habit of the month for December is pampering. So please make sure today, like every other day, that you also set your timer and do a bit of pampering. Just 15 minutes, and remember, it's not an all-day thing, this pampering thing. I know a lot of you have asked, what happens when you kind of don't want to do all the missions and things, but you go overboard in the pampering. Get your gotta-dos done before your wanna-dos. If that's a situation for you, make sure that you've got your routines done, maybe you've done a bit of detailed cleaning in the kitchen, and then once you've done that, then you get to have your pamper time. But for most of you, I know you're not used to pampering because you've been feeling overwhelmed for a long time and you've just forgotten how to take care of yourself. And that's what hopefully this system is helping you to do, to take care of yourself, so that you're able to give, because we're give all the time, but we've got to build up ourselves and recharge our batteries and have some fun. So I'm going to keep it short because I like to keep these videos short, that. Please don't stay on YouTube all day. Get off your bahookie, set your timer, get your gotta-dos done first, you know, finishing off your baking, and then go and do your wanna-do, which is your pamper, and just make it something simple, a nice cup of tea, do some crochet, you know, read a good book. And I told, if you saw on Instagram yesterday, if you want to join in with us on Instagram, please do. It's really fun to see everybody making cookies and opening presents and decluttering. I said on Instagram yesterday that I've got a great new book from the library. Let me just grab it. And because I like to read kind of Christmas themed stories. And the funny thing, you know, when I picked it up at the library, I thought it looked kind of familiar, and I really like the cover of it. It turns out that I had read it last Christmas. I'd completely forgotten about it. Anyway, maybe you can get yourself some, you know, Christmas themed reading, watch a Christmas movie. We've got several movies that we're going to see. We're going to watch Elf, which I've never seen, and I know I must be the only person on the planet that's never seen Elf. We're going to be watching Elf one night. We're going to watch Die Hard, because that, you know, Nakatoa Towers, we got to watch Die Hard. That's a definite favourite for us. And a Danish film that we like, which you will never have heard of, but for the Danes out there, we would like to watch Fakir in Bilbao, the Fakir of Bilbao. It's a Danish film. It is actually available somewhere with English subtitles, because I have seen it on DVD with English subtitles. Anyway, that's just one of those films that I like to watch that gets us into the spirit of Christmas. Oh, and is it called The Holiday? The one with Jack Black and Jude Law. That's another one. Anyway, just think about, you know, is there a Christmas movie that you haven't watched for a long time, something that you love to watch with the family? Do that, you know, enjoy the moment. Don't get all overwhelmed by, you know, wrapping presents and running backwards and forwards. Take some time for you and for the family. Right, that is it. I am off ski, off my bahookie to get moving. Diane in Denmark, live long and prosper. Set that timer and look after yourselves, okay? Yeah, and Copenhagen is kind of dark and grey today, but anyway, no worries. Okay, see you very soon.